There comes a time in every man's life when he stops and wonders, do I really understand women? We live in a world where men are constantly told what women want, but rarely are they told what women feel. Too many young men chase attraction, but few ever pause to grasp the depth of a woman's emotions, her fears, her longings, her silence. And it's in that silence where the truth often hides. If you've ever sat across from a woman, looking into her eyes and wondered why she says one thing but means another, or why her actions sometimes seem unpredictable, you're not alone. Most men feel this confusion. And the truth is, it's not because women are impossible to understand. It's because most men have never been taught to listen deeply, to read what's not being said, and to see a woman not as a puzzle to solve, but as a soul to connect with. Today, I want to share with you 6 mind-blowing facts about women, truths that will change the way you see them, truths that will help you build real connection, and truths that will remind you that love, respect, and understanding are not weaknesses, they are strengths. So, if you've ever felt lost, rejected, or confused in love, lean in. What you're about to hear may just shift everything you thought you knew about women. Most men believe that the first thing a woman notices about them is their looks, the muscles, the clothes, the car. And yes, let's be honest, appearance may catch her eye. But here's the truth that many men miss. What keeps a woman's heart is not what you look like, but how safe she feels around you. You see, emotional safety is the invisible glue that binds a woman to a man. It's not about being perfect or wealthy. It's not about having all the answers. It's about creating an environment where she feels she can be herself. Without fear of judgment, without fear of rejection, without fear of being made small for expressing her true emotions. A man can be the most handsome in the room, but if she feels criticized, dismissed, or unsafe with him, her attraction will fade faster than you can imagine. On the other hand, a man who listens without interrupting, who respects her feelings even when he disagrees, who can hold space for her tears without trying to fix everything, that man builds a connection that no physical appearance could ever compete with. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly safe to show your weaknesses, your fears, your insecurities, without worrying about being laughed at? That's what women crave too. They want to know that behind your strength, there's also compassion. That behind your confidence, there's patience. A woman doesn't stay with a man because he looks like her favorite celebrity. She stays because when she's with him, she feels like home. And home isn't just walls and furniture. It's peace. It's trust. It's knowing that when she lets down her guard, she won't be attacked, mocked, or made to regret her vulnerability. So, if you want to understand women better, stop obsessing over the superficial. Yes, take care of your body. Yes, dress well. But understand this, the man who builds emotional safety is the man who wins her loyalty, her softness, and her heart. Because at the end of the day, every woman is searching not just for attraction, but for a safe place to land her soul. One of the biggest mistakes men make is believing that when a woman is quiet, it means she doesn't care. But here's the truth, a woman's silence is often more powerful than her words. When a woman stops talking, it doesn't mean she's fine. It usually means the opposite. Silence, for many women, is a language of pain, disappointment, or exhaustion. It's the moment when she feels she's spoken too many times and hasn't been heard. It's the moment when arguing feels pointless, when explaining feels like screaming into an empty room. Understand this, women are naturally expressive beings. They talk, they share, they explain, they feel. So when she goes quiet, that silence is screaming. It's her way of saying, I don't feel safe enough to speak anymore. And if a man doesn't learn to recognize that, he will lose her long before she walks away. Men who succeed in relationships aren't the ones who only listen to words. They're the ones who pay attention to silence. When she withdraws, they lean in gently. They don't accuse. They don't rush her. They don't dismiss her. Instead, they say, I notice you're quiet. Talk to me when you're ready. I'm here. That one sentence can melt walls that would otherwise take years to break down. Now think about this. How many times have you ignored a woman's silence, hoping it would just go away? How many times have you avoided the conversation because it was uncomfortable? And how many times did that silence grow so heavy that eventually the relationship ended without you even understanding why? The truth is, silence is not absence. It is presence, louder, heavier, more powerful than words. And a wise man learns to read it, respect it, and respond to it with patience. If you're a man who wants to connect deeply, stop fearing the quiet moments. That's where the truth lies. Don't run from her silence. Meet her in it. Because the man who understands a woman's unspoken language will hold her heart longer than the one who only listens when she's shouting. At the end of the day, her silence doesn't mean she's done. It means she's waiting for you to prove that you can hear even the words she hasn't spoken yet. Too many men underestimate the power of validation. They assume that giving a woman compliments, encouragement, or recognition will make her too confident or needy. But here's the truth: validation is not weakness. It's fuel. At the heart of every woman lies a simple desire to be seen, to be acknowledged, and to be valued for who she truly is. Think about it. This isn't a woman thing. It's a human thing. Even you, as a man, feel good when someone recognizes your efforts, your sacrifices, your growth. Now imagine how much it means to a woman when the man she loves notices the small things about her that the rest of the world overlooks. Validation is not just about saying, "You're beautiful." It's about recognizing her effort. "I noticed how hard you worked today." It's about seeing her spirit. "I love the way you care for the people around you." It's about honoring her presence. "I feel calmer when you're here." Those words may feel small to you, but to her, they are a reminder that she matters, that she isn't invisible in the chaos of life. Now let's address the myth. Some men fear that too much validation will spoil a woman, make her entitled, or reduce their own masculine value. But the truth is the opposite. A woman who feels validated by her man doesn't need to seek that validation from anyone else. She doesn't chase attention outside the relationship because she already feels secure where she is. When you withhold validation, intentionally or unintentionally, she starts to wonder, does he even see me anymore? Does he even appreciate me? And that question slowly erodes her connection to you. But when you give validation freely and sincerely, you fuel her confidence, her love, and her loyalty. Gentlemen, remember this: validation is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It takes a confident man to lift his woman with his words instead of tearing her down. And the man who learns to fuel his woman with genuine recognition unlocks a love and loyalty that no money, no looks, and no status can ever buy. Because in the end, women don't remember the gifts you bought them. They remember the way you made them feel seen. And that is the power of validation. One of the greatest mistakes many men make is believing that providing for a woman, financially, materially, or through gifts, is enough to make her feel loved. Yes, provision matters. Yes, a woman respects a man who is responsible and hardworking. But here's the reality: what truly makes her feel loved is not what you give, but how you show up. A woman may appreciate the car you bought her, the bills you paid, or the vacation you planned. But if, in the quiet moments, she feels alone, if you're always too busy, if you never really look into her eyes or sit down to hear her heart, she will still feel unloved. Why? Because love is presence, not just provision. Presence means being with her, not just around her. It's putting down your phone when she's talking. It's asking her how her day really went and listening beyond her. "I'm fine." It's sitting in silence together without needing to escape to distractions. Those small moments of attention communicate something no material gift can. "You matter to me. I'm here with you." Let's be honest, provision is easier. You can swipe a card, send money, or buy flowers. But presence takes intention. It requires time, patience, and effort. And yet, presence is what fuels intimacy, connection, and trust. Without it, even the richest man will find his relationship empty. Gentlemen, understand this: women don't just want a provider. They want a partner. A man who will celebrate their joys, carry their burdens, and simply be there. The man who balances provision with presence becomes unforgettable. Think about it. What do you remember most about the people you love? It's rarely the things they bought you. It's the moments, the laughter, the late night talks, the support when you felt broken. Women are the same. She'll never forget how you made her feel seen, heard, and valued in your presence. So yes, keep providing. Yes, keep building. But never forget, the most powerful gift you can give a woman is your presence. Because presence says, I don't just provide for you. I choose to live this life with you. And in the end, presence builds the kind of love that money can never buy. Every man needs to understand this truth. A woman's intuition is not a myth. It's her superpower. Have you ever noticed how a woman can sense when something is wrong, even when you haven't said a word? Or how she knows when you're holding back, when your energy feels off, or when someone around you doesn't have good intentions? That isn't coincidence. That's intuition. It's the quiet wisdom she carries within her, a radar that picks up on emotions, unspoken words, and subtle shifts in behavior. Unfortunately, many men dismiss this gift. They laugh it off, call it paranoia, or say, you're just overthinking. But here's the truth. When you ignore a woman's intuition, you're not only dismissing her feelings, you're dismissing one of the most powerful tools she brings into a relationship. Her intuition is her way of protecting herself and protecting you. It's how she navigates relationships, friendships, and even danger. And when a man respects her intuition, when he listens instead of mocking or shutting it down, he earns her deepest trust. Because to her, being heard is being valued. Gentlemen, let's be honest. Sometimes a woman's intuition will catch things you didn't even notice. Maybe it's the way a so-called friend looks at you, the tone in someone's voice, or the subtle signs that you're carrying stress but haven't admitted it. Instead of brushing it off, imagine what happens if you pause and say, you might be right. Tell me more. That moment doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise. Respecting her intuition doesn't mean she's always right. It means you honor the fact that her instincts are strong, often sharper than logic alone. And here's the secret: when you validate her intuition, you encourage her to trust you more deeply. She feels safe opening up, sharing her thoughts, and aligning her heart with yours. A woman's intuition is not something to fight against. It's something to partner with. Because together, your logic and her instinct become unstoppable. So the next time she says, I just have a feeling, don't dismiss it. Lean in. Listen. Because what she's giving you isn't just a thought. It's her superpower. And when you honor it, you unlock a level of connection most men will never experience. Many men believe that what keeps a woman's desire alive is money, looks, or even bedroom skills. And while those things can spark attraction, they are not what sustains it. The truth is simple yet powerful. Respect is what unlocks and sustains a woman's deepest desire. A woman may admire your ambition. She may be drawn to your charm. She may even fall for your physical strength. But if she ever feels disrespected, if she feels belittled, ignored, or humiliated, her desire for you will begin to fade. Because for a woman, desire is not just physical. It's emotional, spiritual, and psychological. And nothing kills that faster than disrespect. Respect is more than being polite. It's the way you speak to her when you're angry. It's the way you acknowledge her opinions, even when you disagree. It's the way you protect her dignity in public and in private. Respect is choosing not to raise your voice just because you can. It's listening without rolling your eyes. It's keeping your promises, no matter how small they seem. Gentlemen, here's the secret. When a woman feels respected, she feels safe. And when she feels safe, her walls come down. That's when softness, trust, and desire naturally flow. But when she feels disrespected, her guard goes up and desire disappears. You may still have her body beside you, but her heart will begin to drift away. Think about this: a man can buy flowers, plan dates, and give expensive gifts. But if he embarrasses his woman in front of others, if he mocks her feelings, if he makes her feel small, those gestures mean nothing. On the other hand, a man who honors his woman, who speaks to her with kindness even in disagreement, becomes unforgettable in her eyes. Respect is not weakness. It does not make you less of a man. In fact, it makes you more. Because the strongest men are not the ones who dominate. They are the ones who uplift. And the woman who feels uplifted, valued, and respected by her man will desire him in ways that no amount of money or status could ever buy. So remember this: respect isn't optional. It's the key that unlocks lasting love and unstoppable desire.